No hard d-
Oh my God. It wasn't like a hard situation.
Oh.
Mom! Please welcome Parvati Shallow.
Thank you.
In your book, you talked about dating apps and like the ickiness of some guy knowing that you were on Survivor.
Yeah. Has that happened to you?
Oh, well, let me tell you, I got a support group. I don't know if it applies, but in the Drag Race universe, I'm a founding member of the support group LIMP, Ladies Impeded by Malfunctioning Phalli. Or-
Because they're too starstruck?
Our East Coast chapter, SOFT, Sisters Opposed to Flaccid Trade, because they're too starstruck. See, you knew it. Yeah. This has happened to you.
They're
I
like
need
shaking
solidarity.
And yeah, I need to be in your group.
Yeah, you can join the group. I'm going to text Willem in Alaska. We got a new member.
I'm in.
We text each other, girl, just inducted a new member.
Yeah.
It's easy to savor more this summer with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. You just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want, like singing disco classics in your living room or sunbathing on the beach. Get started at factormeals.com/Courtney50off and use code Courtney50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
My theory is that people with penises only have enough blood to run their brain or their dick at the same time.
Okay.
So if they're in coitus, if you're getting intimate and they're thinking about something that's not in the room, if they're thinking about like,
Right.
this is Parvati from
What does she
Traders,
think
or
of me? Do I look
what does she
okay?
think of
Is
me?
like
Would
my-
I
my
survive?
role?
Yeah. Is she gonna Black Widow me?
Yeah.
Or like this
Yeah.
Courtney from Drag Race? Or like, is she gonna... Then they can't get an erection.
No.
Their penis goes bye-bye.
That's so sad.
Have you experienced this?
Tell
Tell me yes. Give me solidarity.
Wait, this is actually really funny. And this was like the last straw with men for me. Where I
no
went,
hard.
Oh my God. It wasn't like a hard situation. But it was like this sweet man. The sweet man who was like wheezing. He was like
During sex?
Yeah,
Oh,
and I was
okay.
like, "Are you okay? Are you having an asthma attack? Are you gonna die?" And he was like, "Yeah, no, I don't have asthma." And I was like, "Okay, what's happening?" Like it was so bad that I was like, "That's the end of men."
He was
for me."
hyperventilating because you were Parvati from Survivor.
Perhaps. No one has told me that. Like they're not gonna come out and say, you make me so nervous because you're from Survivor, because that's gonna blow their cover and they're not gonna look cool. But they'll have other tells.
What's your hard to limp ratio when having sex with a man for the first time?
Mostly heart. Mostly, I would say 90-10.
That feels like a normal ratio.
Yeah.
This is not helpful. I wanted
know.
like evidence.
No.
Oh,
But I've been in like a queer sitch for a while.
Yeah,
So
but, like-
I was married and I was like not having affairs. I had an emotional affair with a lumberjack on Instagram, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
detailed in the book.
He made his own maple. He made his own maple syrup.
That's hot. I'm sorry,
It's
that's
so hot.
He was like
It's
doing
not that guy on
pull-ups a
Instagram
log.
that cuts
Probably
wood, is
it's
it?
probably him.
He's so fucking hot.
He's hot. You want to bang that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I have.
Sensitive lumberjack.
I mean, you didn't.
I didn't. It was COVID.
It was like all digital foreplay, and I'm not talking about fingering.
No, not fingering, unfortunately. That was my own self doing that. But it like really brought me back to life when I was inside of a marriage that wasn't working. And I would recommend it to everyone. I would say like, for everyone who's stuck in a marriage or a relationship that's kind of like the spark has died and you're sort of playing by the rules,
Have a digital affair.
have a digital affair.
You heard it here.
Awaken the
first.
spirit. Did you have a breakdown because people were being mean to you?
Do you know what I think it was? I went into Drag Race with a worldview that was, when I do good things happen. And I felt so in the zone the whole time I was filming that I thought only good can come of this. I sort of had a existential belief in the universe and like faith in like, I guess like the law of attraction kind of thing. And so when the edit came out and I was a bit of a villain and people had a negative response, I felt betrayed by the universe, which was kind of like a real gut punch. And I remember feeling very lost and confused. And one of the things that had brought me clarity in my life previously was doing Vipassana meditation retreats, which are these like 10-day silent meditation retreats. So I went and did one of those at 29 Palms, and that like recalibrated me. And I came back and I remember talking to my manager who I'd been with for like 15 years. And I said to her, like, oh gosh, like I know I'm back from the retreat, but like I'm also back. And she was like, I can tell that. And she said, I'm really glad because you had gone somewhere and I wasn't sure if you were coming back. That like the impact and effect of my disillusionment with my belief system just like sent me into a spiral, and that meditation and being present helped return me to the now. And then in that, everything broke apart and I got to put it back together in a better way. And for me, that came in sort of like a shift in belief that like rather than like everything happens for a reason, or that there's some helpful divine guidance, I was like, oh, I think everything just happens and we apply reason to it after the fact to make ourselves feel better, and that maybe everything's chaos and maybe shit happens and maybe that's okay. And it's a much more realistic worldview that has served me since then in a very positive way that has led me to feeling really good. And I actually feel like from reading your book, that's sort of part of your journey as well.
You've had a full spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
From the breakdown. So yes, when I get to the third act of my book, especially the chapter that's beyond binary.
Third act, no relation to Courtney Act.
That's our love child. Third act.
We can procreate.
I know. We can.
Yeah. No, we can.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want a
Anything's
baby, though.
possible.
You've
I've
got
had
a baby.
enough. I have a 6-year-old and she's
Wonderful.
a handful.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
Back to the third act.
What you're saying is you had this expectation of if you're good, if you do all the right things, if you play by the rules, if you give and you're generous and you perform good behavior, you'll be rewarded by a loving, benevolent universe. And it's like, actually, if we want to look at what God is or what creation is, it's nature. And nature has doesn't reward good behavior.
It's
it
chaos.
Just does what it freaking does.
Yeah.
It grows trees, causes fires, hurricanes, whatever. So that's really what life is. It's like sometimes there's these acts of nature that you didn't cause it. It's just an act of nature that's occurring in your life because you're nature and so am I. And once you get to the place of acceptance of that in your mind, it just explodes all of these calcified, fixed structures of right, wrong, good, bad, yes, no, green, red. It's like all of the sort of polarities just kind of blur together and everything becomes this gray space. Everything is a shade of gray. There's no good. There's no bad. There's just nature. There just is life. And there's humanity. And human beings are everything. There's so much pain that is occurring in the world. And I have a compassion for that and empathy for that. And there's also, for me in my own personal experience, a lot of really helpful things that have come out of my deepest pain, like what you're saying. For you, like you're more embodied, you're more sure of yourself, you're more confident, you're more true to who you are and authentic. I think that's our whole reason for being on this planet, is to just become our authentic selves. And sometimes the really hard stuff that takes us down to our knees gets us there.
Take on the summer with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want, like dressing like a supermodel and being charming on a talk show. Factor meals pack in flavor with none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/Courtney50off and use code Courtney50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
One of the most powerful things for me was being able to look back and feel gratitude for that experience that did break me apart. And it's funny that you called it a spiritual awakening, but I felt like I had been going through the spiritual awakening, and then that was almost like the spiritual disillusionment, in terms that spirituality came with a set of rules or a
Mhm.
set of prescribed ideas where I was just like, oh, it's all
Bullshit.
bullshit. It's all
It's
make
all
believe.
bullshit. Yeah.
Even today, when we were talking about like questions, like with Dipper, the producer, going through things, I was like, no, I can't ask that question. Like that seems like rude, or that's like, do you know what I mean? And so there's still that
Oh.
like, oh,
Oh,
good girl
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. Well, the thing about good girl is it's so rewarded in our society. Like my friend took my daughter shopping the other day to pick up some stuff for me at Target. And he was like, if you're a good girl, you can get a stuffed animal. And I was like, oh my God, don't do that. But also it kind of works. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. Do it with my daughter because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like the reward system that we've been taught since we were babies when our little brains were formed is running the show.
Yeah.
So we're afraid we'll be punished if we're bad, and punishment hurts and it sucks. We don't want to be punished.
That's the thing, because the opposite to being a good girl or a good boy is being a bad
Bad
boy.
girl.
And so in my case, I was like, oh, wait, I'm trying to be good because the fear is that I will be rejected by my mom or the family unit. And
Yeah.
it's about survival.
You're in survival mode when you're a kid. You desperately need love, attention. You got your needs met by your caretakers because you can't do it yourself. But once we become adults, that's when you can break out of the good girl, good boy programming and you can kind of shatter the paradigm. And it's once you do that, it's really like individuating. But you can only do that by, like, I think play with it. I think gamify it. That's why I love playing reality games too, because I get to play with this part of me that really enjoys being a bad girl, that really enjoys being a villain and loves like killing my friends in a game.
Not actually killing, just on traders.
Just on Traders, I killed one of my friends. It was so cute and sweet and innocent.
Like killing your friend, do you feel like you're being, like you're doing that to your friend?
Well, yes.
Or you're like, that's
Yeah.
the game?
No, I do. I feel that way. It feels, okay, it's like there's something, I don't know if everybody gets this, but I get like a sense of glee when I do something naughty. I'm like, oh, I'm being naughty. I'm like taking a cookie and I shouldn't be. I'm like, I grew up under the strictest control regime where we were vegetarians and we had certain times of day where we'd have to be certain places and you had to behave a certain way. And all the relationships were sanctioned by the guru and the guru controlled everything. And I think a lot of people, we said this on John Lovett's show, that a lot of people's families were like that. Like they had controlling parents that were like that. And so when you become an adult, you've got to take the control for yourself. You're talking about you've done that with your Vipassana meditation helped you do that. But it's a process. It doesn't just happen and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm so myself and I'm never going to get sucked back into performing good girl. It's like an embodied experience of recalibrating. Like to me feels like the work of a lifetime.
Well, it kind of is, right? Like it's not linear. It's like a spiral.
Exactly. And you'll get knocked back down
Yeah.
because people you really love and care about will tell you that you're bad and will say you've done things to hurt them. And you'll be like, okay, I have to receive this and take this in.
Have I? Is that
Discern.
true? Does that feel right? If not, then is that them projecting on me? Or is this something I need to take responsibility for?
It's a lot of work.
Ad-free versions and extended episodes of RnR with Courtney Act are available on Mum Plus Gold at patreon.com/Mum Plus.
Just like we're learning that trees talk to mushrooms. Like we are in conversations.
That's a great sentence out of context.
Just trees and mushrooms.
Trees talk to mushrooms. They're just having a kiki.